Hello, this is Dr. Mark Miravalle. I'm here in Ireland with Anne the Apostle. We are going through Volume 2, Conversations with the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus. I'm going to read this September 3rd, 2003 message and follow it with a commentary by Anne. These are the words of our Lord Jesus, and I quote, "My children, often examine your intentions, seeking purity of your actions. I want you to act from your heart, and when results are not what you hoped for, come back to me, and I will console you. Often in your life, you will obey me with a predetermined notion of what the outcome will be. My goal or desired outcome may be different than what you expect. Do not allow yourself to be disappointed when events in your life turn out differently than you thought they would. My will is being served if you are doing your best to obey me. Concern yourself only with what I am asking of you. In this way, you can walk in gladness, with a light and happy spirit, because you are serving your God and doing your part to bring about my kingdom. My child, how grateful I am to you, and what kinship is sent your way from your heavenly comrades. Be joyful. Look to me when you are faced with decisions. At times you will need to look closely at why you are choosing a course of action. I am warning you about this because I want you to begin to discern your own motives. In this way, you can avoid acting from human weakness and seek only the divine or holy in your life. The enemy seeks to interfere with your decision to serve me, but we will not allow any more diversions from your heavenly path. We will together seek only heavenly motivations, and your every task and project will further both my will and your soul. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light. I allow crosses for your humility and improvement. If you feel a cross is too heavy, you may ask me for relief. I will not be offended by this, my child. And unless it is necessary for you to retain that cross, I will remove either the cross itself or the weight from it. We are united and we can discuss everything. Often you rail against your circumstances, but do not come to me to object. Of what use is complaining to others? They cannot lift your cross or even ease your burdens. Talk to me and listen to others. In that way, you will not fall into sins of the tongue, which do great damage in this world. I am here, waiting to listen to your every complaint. Every sorrow you suffer finds a warm, comfortable place in my heart, and truly, when you share sorrow with me, it is diminished. I want to give you eyes of heaven. I want you to see your life, this world, and its people with these heavenly eyes, so that you will begin to respond like me, your Jesus, who loves you so dearly. My child, I am offering this new vision to you. Will you accept this wonderful gift from me? Truly, you will be astonished at how this viewpoint will change your life. Most of what disturbed you in the past will simply fade away out of your line of vision because it will hold such little importance for you. Do you want this? I am so hopeful that you will say yes. I want so badly to show you the world from my eyes. I can teach you such great things, my dear one. And if you share my vision, we can talk as freely as one soul. Be this for me, please. Allow me to dictate your perspective." And another incredible message. Give us your thoughts.
The Lord asks us to examine our intentions. And this is a very good practice for every apostle. Why am I doing this? But you don't want to get over scrupulous too, because most of the time the Lord's plan for you is going to be right there in front of you. So you don't have to say, why am I washing these dishes? Now really, why am I doing it? It's just what you do, and you want to do it with. But it's important that when we're disappointed, we think we're doing something for this reason and it's going to go this way, And then there are times when it falls apart. And we say, well, I didn't expect that to happen. How could that be good? And what the Lord is saying is, I know you don't expect things to work out one way, but he has reasons for letting us do things that don't include what we think will be the outcome. Do you know?
Right. It's really Mother Teresa's fidelity, not success.
Yes.
Just do it. You don't know the ramifications.
That's right.
And our human perspective are not always the divine perspective.
That's exactly right. He says, my will is being served if you are doing your best to have a light and a happy spirit. And I want to talk about that because we need to consider, as lay apostles, a light and happy spirit home. Okay, that's our home. That's where we need to be, on the square that says light and happy spirit, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean we're not going to have to go around the board to get back there. So what we do is we say, I'm really not feeling light and I'm really not very happy. My spirit is upset. And then we got to go. We got to move back to it. We examine why. What is disturbing me? Am I concerned what people think? Am I tired of suffering? I would have the greatest compassion for anyone who gets tired of suffering. Suffering, it can wear you down. Sure. Most lay apostles are carrying big crosses right now. That's the reality, right? And so I myself, I think he says, I'll allow these things for your humility and your improvement. Now, the last cross of sickness I had was really pure entertainment because I did not want to be sick for so long. It was hard. And I was delighted with, it gave me great humility to see how poorly in my heart I was handling it. You know, sick is bad. I understand when people say, I'm tired of being sick. I'm right there with them. But Jesus says, you won't be able to cope with it. You'll be unable to cope if you're not speaking to me. So don't rail against, why do I have to be sick when other people aren't? Why do I have this big cross when I have important other things to do? You know, with children and things like that. He says, don't go there. Take it to me and talk it over with me.
Yeah, there seems to be this dimension that if we can give it to him in a responsible way, you know, some people say, well, giving it to him is irresponsible. You're supposed to do your part, but it's not either or, it's both and. You do what you're supposed to do, but you give it to him. That's what allows it to be lighter. You know, when it's all on us, when our family vocations, our kids' responsibility, our work, if it's all on us, it's very hard to be light with that. When it's given to him in a responsible way and kind of detached from its goal, just fidelity, it does allow us to handle more and with that spirit that he's talking about.
And you'll get the right level of detachment. Now, I'm not saying that you should be so detached that you stop seeing the doctor.
Right.
Oh,
right,
I'm just
right,
going to leave
right,
it to Jesus.
right.
That's not responsible either. If there's medical help available, you secure it. But that thing, that what you just said, the Spirit is available to us if we do what we work as though it all depends on us and pray as though it all depends on Christ, and we'll find this.
Right.
Jesus says, every sorrow finds a warm and comfortable spot in my heart. He says, this is very important. He said, I want to give a new vision to you. I want you to look and see with my eyes. And that includes our own suffering. But it also includes the people around us. He says, most of what disturbed you in the past will fade away if you're looking with my eyes. Jesus is talking about the unity that he desires for every lay apostle. Now that when you, he says, we can then talk as freely as one soul. If we allow the Lord to give us this vision, we will no longer even discriminate between what's the Lord's and what's ours. It's very beautiful.
It's beautiful. You know, I want so badly to show you the world from my eyes.
Yeah.
That's the compassion of the heart of Jesus for him, but mostly for us. Thank you, Anne.